Ah, okay, guys. Welcome back to the Google Demo Slams. We are live from Tampa Summit, Google Summit, and it's great to be back. I'll introduce myself first because I'm up first today for a strange reason. My name is Lee Webster. I'm Google Certified Innovator, Google Certified Trainer. I've got used to saying that now. And I live in Bangkok, been here 20 years. Great to be here. Next up is Trevor.
Hi, my name is Trevor Beck. I'm a Google Certified Trainer here in Edmonton, Canada.
You might try to figure out why Trevor's got echo. It's because he's in the garage and he's on holiday. But never mind. Up next is Mark. Mark, you here?
Yep. Hi, everyone. I'm Mark Allen, Google Certified Innovator and Trainer. Been helping schools since 2006 move to Google, and I'm calling from near Cambridge in England.
Okay, and next up is Juliet. He's just dropped out, so maybe he'll drop back in a minute. So next up is Nick to introduce himself.
Hi, I'm Nick Cusimano. I'm a theater and film teacher from St. Louis, Missouri, and I'm a Google Certified Innovator, Trainer, Administrator, and Educator Level 1 and 2. And that's me.
And next up is Alison to introduce herself live on air.
Hi, everyone. My name is Alison Malika. I currently live in New Hampshire, and I am a virtual instructor and a Google trainer, and all the other things that Nick said.
Okay, and I don't think Julius has come back, so I've invited him again, so hopefully he will join us in a minute. Okay, I'm up first. Nick, you want to take time? Yeah, you ready, Nick? I'm just going to share my screen. Can you see that, guys? Yes? Yeah, you're up? Okay, go, Nick. Okay, today what I'm going to show you is how to put data charts from your sheets into slides and a doc. So first of all, this is some data about the World Cup, previous World Cups, and I'm going to highlight the country, the World Cup, and I'm going to see scored goals. And then I'm going to go to insert chart. I'm going to pick a chart, and then that should run now. Okay, that's running, and I'm a bit slow, but let's try and get a chart in. Okay, so if I pick a chart, let's see, this one, no, this one, this one. Oh, no, I wanted a bar chart. Okay, let me try that again. Goals scored. Yeah, let me try again. Okay, chart. Okay, it's coming up, and hopefully, ooh, seems to be a bit of an error. Okay, that's what I wanted. So then I insert that into my. So you have to have a chart to do this within your spreadsheet. Now I'm going to go to a slide and go to the slide, and what you do, you go to insert, and then you'll see chart, and then you'll see this new option. It says from sheets. So go to there, and then it will bring up the sheets in the search. Click. Okay, World Cup, that's the one I was looking at. Select, and then you'll find the chart. You can import lots of different charts if you put lots of different charts in, but I'm just going to import this one, and then in it goes. Okay, so the same thing in docs. You go insert, chart, and then sheets. Again, look at it. Okay, and then insert the chart.
1 minute.
Okay, and select, and then it puts the chart. Choose it and then import it, and the chart will go in. But what the great thing about this is, if I make that a little bit bigger, you might be able to see it, is that what you can do is that once you start updating your data, sorry, that's just come up. Once you start, if you go back into the columns and then change the data, it will reflect that. Once you refresh, okay, to the chart, it will reflect that within the chart, and that's my Slam.
5 seconds to spare.
Oh, okay.
That's really good too, because you cannot teach spreadsheet enough. Our kids need spreadsheet knowledge, and we can't teach our teachers enough about how to use sheets. Good one.
Okay. Right, I'm going to keep time this time, and Trevor, you're up. Trevor, have you?
I moved outside because you guys were making fun of my echo. So,
Oh,
I know. You know what? I also hate. I mean, audio's got to be clean and be hearable, so or at least to listen to. So I totally agree.
That's a better view you've got there, anyway, Trevor. Okay.
Thank you.
So when you're ready, mate, screen share, yeah.
Yep. Just give me
And
2
I'll
seconds.
start the clock. Okay. When you're ready,
Yeah.
tell us when you're ready.
I will. I'm just.
Okay, I think Julius is back.
Yes,
So
sorry for that. There was a
that's
problem.
all right. I'll introduce you. I'll introduce you in a minute. Okay.
Cool.
Ready,
Cool.
Trevor?
Yes. Screen sharing working, guys. Okay. Tell me when I can go.
Go.
All right, I'm going to start off though with something here in slides. Everyone's been playing around with the Q&A audience tool that Google left out or brought out a couple of weeks ago. One of the cool things though is under Tools there is the Q&A history. So if you use this slide deck and you do a number of Q&As with it, Google's actually giving you a place to go in and find all the questions that you used in there. So that is really handy when you want to go back in time and take a look at what questions people have asked during those sessions. And that's my first piece. Now I'm going to go over into spreadsheets because, as was mentioned earlier, we can't get enough of spreadsheets. Google also gave us a cool tool for doing splitting data. So what happens is if I go in and paste some data in here, by default there's this little drop down that shows up here. When you click on it, you can split your text into different columns. So in this case I've got it set up into different spaces. I can actually choose comma, semicolon, period, space, or even do a custom piece. But I just use spaces here. Google automatically goes ahead and puts that in there for us. So we can do that work just as you paste it in. It's also available if you have the data already existing. You can just highlight it and go under Format. Oh, sorry, Data, Split Text Columns, and then again we bring the same command up. So that allows us to bring that information in. So that's really a handy tool that's quick and easy to use. What I'm doing with my spreadsheets, especially when I'm using data that's coming in from a form and then I use a query later on to create a report, having these blank spaces and stuff is always a real pain. And so there's an add-on I found called Crop Sheet. So if you crop it to the data, what it's going to do is just get me the columns and the lines that I need, and everything else disappears. So that really cleans things up fast, and it's quite easy to use to make things more legible. A couple of months ago, I was doing a form for somebody, and they were from an international school. And what we would do, or what they would do, is they would have these forms, and the information would come in, but they would have it come in different languages because it's a different, it's an international school. So Google actually has a great function called Google Translate. And so as you go in
30 seconds.
Whoops. 30 seconds. All right. What's the text you want? The text is going to be A2. What's my language? The language is going to be English originally. Come on, English. And I want to do it in French. And when I'm done,
Enter.
it actually translates. And I can do that for Spanish, Italian, all sorts of stuff. So as the information comes in, there it's going to automatically translate for me. And that is my Google Slam.
Wow. Bang on. Bang on. Hang on.
I love that.
Trevor, I tell you what, I've never seen the crop tool. I absolutely love.
Yeah, that's going to save me absolutely hours.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that one too.
Wow, I never knew that was there. You learn something new every time on this show. Yeah, you got lots of hits there. Okay, well done, Trevor. Next up is Mark. Okay,
Yeah,
when
sure.
you're ready, Mark, tell me the clock, screen share,
Okay, let me
and
just...
good luck.
All right, you got that one?
Yeah, we got it. Are you ready, Mark? Yeah.
1 second.
Okay.
I'm in the middle of a storm, so hopefully I can
Yeah,
get
yeah.
through this.
If you,
Yeah,
mate,
whenever you like. Whenever you like.
all right, if you cut out at any point, then we'll just let you back in. All right, later. Okay. Okay, you
All right.
ready? Go.
Yep. Okay. Google, in many ways, is a complex ecosystem of many, many different parts. And in a way, you can think of it like Lego, or what you would call Legos. And it's the assembling of those bricks to make things, which is half the fun in this. And one of the best tools for doing that, which is sometimes a pain to use but is pretty powerful, is Google Sites. Now, using the tools that Google will give you straight out of the box, you can build sites that serve as a communication channel for different groups of people. So here I've got a bunch of 24 schools that all work together, and there's a kind of a communal site that brings together information about the members and news from each other in this thing. And using the tools that Google provide you, you can do build all kinds of interfaces that bring together the various tools. So here I want them to encourage them to use the various Google tools. I also want them to be able to get to the information held in their Google Drive, and that's all absolutely standard. But occasionally you want to do things that are slightly different. Here again is the map, just inserting a My Map, which pulls in information from the different schools and gives a little more detail. That's all standard stuff. But then occasionally you'll want to be able to embed other things. So here I've got, for instance, an image taken from my 360-degree camera, which, Nick, have you got one of these? You should do. And that's a fantastic tool for giving, giving panoramic views like this. But occasionally you're going to want to do even more. So here I've built this is still in the same site, and I've built a directory here so that if I want to find all of the people from one of the schools, let's take this school, I can filter that list down to something more useful. Or if I want to find all of the people who occupy that role, then I'm down to this. It's a work in progress, so I haven't got photos in for everybody yet. And you can combine those things. So find me the business manager.
1 minute, Mark.
Okay. The tool that's helping me do this is something which is called Awesome Table. I've called this SLAM Rather Good Table because I'm British and we don't use the word awesome so much. But behind it, what you've got, again, is a Google Sheet. And all of the information from this is being filtered by different queries into different groups. And then this amazing tool called Awesome Table allows you to build those queries on top of it. It's built by a French guy, a genius called Romain Vialard. There's a very active Google community to support it, and I would really recommend that you look into Awesome Table, awesome-table.com, and that is my slam.
Wow, okay, well done. 10 seconds to go. I really like the Awesome Tables. I've seen it before, but never used like that, Mark. Very, very
Yeah, it's
clever.
very, very powerful.
Yeah. Okay. Right. Next up is Julius.
Perfect. Yes.
Tell me when you're ready, yeah?
I'm ready. Let me check. So.
Okay, screen share.
In screen share. Perfect. Okay. Being an educator and working for an international school, I have a lot of work to give my students.
All right. You ready?
So, yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready.
Okay,
I
3 minutes.
Go. Okay, perfect. So most of my work I'm working for an international school. So most of my work for my students is basically giving them different assignments in Google Drawings. So every time when I give them an assignment, I've got from my kids, I've got like 20 emails at least, and it's very hard for me to structure them, and it's very hard for me to check them every time. So what I discovered that basically I can see all of them, all the drawings, to bring them into a spreadsheet. So for instance, this is a drawing from a student of mine. So we did the electrical circuit. So basically this is a simple circuit in science. So the first things what I taught them to do is they have to share that one, and actually they have to give the rights for the other people to view, right? So that one they do by get a shareable link and then click on more and then on anyone with the link. Once they do this thing, they need to publish that. So if you click on the file, you have publish to web. You have a function just below the downloads, right? So what you have to do, you just have to basically you choose the medium, the small embedding side, and then I'm publishing, right? I'm allowed to publish. Okay. So as I publish, I get the generated link. So right now, this Google drawing is ready to be seen by anyone else. Now, what you have to do, you just bring this one to a spreadsheet. So you just say, you paste it here. And of course, how do I say this one? Do I have the whole link, right? I use a simple function, which is equal image, and then I just select the box, right? The first box, A14, that's it. And enter. So right now, I'm able to see, if I'll just make this one a bit slightly bigger, I'm just able to see the drawing. Probably you can see it right now. You can see the drawing in the box. Now, in the same way, you can do everything like very compact in the forms, right? So I have, this is the forms I created for them, electrical circuits. So I did, this is a GIF, and I need something like this. Draw your own circuit in Google Drawings, right? So just insert short answer text, right? So let's do this one very quick. So preview, and I'm going to do the quiz right now. So the following circuit shows 3 bulbs in parallel. Okay, this one remains the same. And draw your own circuit in Google Drawings. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to paste the link of the Google Drawing after I published it. Of course, switches 1 and 2, and then submit. Once I click submit, right, I go to the Google spreadsheet, and right now I see all the, I can delete this one, all the links from my students, right? And then I'm coming here to the first one, and I'm using the function image, and open the brackets. I'm using
10 seconds.
E2, enter. So right now, what I'm gonna do, I see all my students' work. Click on these things and make them bigger. So right now, it's much easier for me to see their work. 9, 4, 5, 6. Give me the chance to show this one.
Very nice.
Okay, so basically you are able to see all the drawings here. You see every student which is drawing. Okay, thank you.
Okay, nice. Yeah,
Very nice. Yeah.
Very nice. Cool.
All right, you guys are
Okay.
too clever for me.
Yeah, there's some.
Okay, thank you. So that's very simple. If you want to check all the drawings, right? So you just add them to the spreadsheet, and then it's very easy to put them on the list, right?
There's some really cool songs tonight. Okay, next up is Nick.
Okay, can you see my screen? Can you see my screen?
Yeah, we see it, Nick. When you're ready,
Okay.
just shout out.
Okay, ready.
Okay, go.
Okay, so I wanted to show you this cool add-on. It's called FoxType, and it can help you become a better writer. Some of the different things that it allows you to do. So there's this sentence tree. So if you are working with your students and parsing out sentence structure, so I cut and paste a sentence about the new Harry Potter live stage version, and that's talking about if they will use live owls or not. But so I cut and paste that whole sentence from the New York Times in there, and now it has broken that totally down for us. So there's preposition, producers, noun, plural. So you can have all of that to your English language arts, composition, grammar. Take it to the nth degree and have a lot of fun with it. You can also have other tools that you can use. There's the concise, and so it's going to help you look at that. So consider this, if I cut and paste that same sentence in here, it says remove modifier phrases. So if you want to, we could cut and paste that same sentence in here. Okay. Delete that. We can also check it for politeness. that in there and check for polite. It is 80% polite. Oh no. Also, what's really great is if you go, it can be an extension for Gmail, so I've already installed it in here. And with Gmail, so how long is the reading time of the person that's going to read it? I copied part article in Magna Carta. How polite is it? And call to action, because you always want to have a call to action in email, because otherwise you're emailing it. And then I wanted to talk about the Bitmoji email add-on, because then you can create a custom emoji of yourself and put yourselves in all different situations, and then as you can see, slam, I'm done.
Oh, yeah, I like the emoji. Brilliant emoji. My kids love that. But
he loves your emoji. He loves Taz's reaction. It's like,
well,
look it out.
The literacy guys at my school love that. Well done, Nick.
And you know, since I'm also one of the ones from the U.S., here's me as Captain America.
Okay. Right, Alison, you're up. So tell me when you're ready.
Okay, well, I've been trying to prep my demo slam the whole time and share my screen to an audience. It has been quite a challenge.
Yeah. It always is.
Yeah, I think I may need a little extra time.
Okay.
No chance.
Is that like no? You guys are like,
No.
Oh, no. Okay, all right. Okay, then you just, cut me off when
Cut me loose. All right. Okay.
All right. Let me share my screen. I'll just tell you what I'm going to show.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm going to share something in Classroom that teachers can use with their students for slide decks as an icebreaker or a collaborative activity. Also, what I'm about to show you, I recommend that all schools do it with their staff, because it's great to have an About Us slide deck of your entire staff, and they can share their family, their hobbies, maybe a local business they own. So I just want to give you a preview of where I'm headed with this, but also how you can do this in Classroom. So there's a lot going on here. That's my point. All right, I'm ready. I'm going to screen share now. If you were with me yesterday in boot camp, you know where I'm headed with this. Oh my gosh, I'm giving away the whole surprise. Okay, so I'm ready to go. I have a Google Classroom set up. So the first thing I want to share is that you can set up an assignment so that students can create a single slide. You can create a template, or you can ask them to create it from scratch. It's up to you. In this example here, I'm going to show you that I'm assigning students to create an About Me slideshow, and I know a lot of us do it. But with Classroom, I can set a template up. I can even put some directions here on what they need to do. I can put an example here so they can open it up and say, oh, I can make it look something like this. Or I can even say, this is the requirement. You have to have some word art that supports your theme, et cetera, et cetera. So my point is, I can add more than one thing in Classroom. The other thing I've added here is their About Me slide. Everyone's going to get a copy of that. And now I need to go to the student account. And you got a little preview of, that's not student account. That's not student account. Hide this. Sorry. Screen management here. So Cameron's a student. And in Classroom, just so you guys know, as teachers, you don't realize this, but if you push an assignment out to students, they don't see it here. They actually have to click on the link to open it. And that's just something you should be aware of. Now Cameron opens this up, and what I've done with this slide is I put the directions there, and I tell him, you can delete this slide when you're done. So here's the directions. When you're done making your slide or slides, then you can delete this slide, or you can leave it. Doesn't matter, because this is not what you're submitting. I don't even have them submit it. So the requirement was to introduce yourself. So you can see here's Mr. Adorable. He's from Concord, New Hampshire. He's trending on Instagram, by the way. If I hover over, if I click on the shape, just so you know, if I click on the object and I go to the drop down to the right of the cropping tool, I can change the shape and make a nice little border for it as well. All right, so now that's done. So Mr. Adorable has been asked to not only create this slide, but to contribute to an edit layout. Yep. edit by all slide deck. So I made a collaborative About Us slideshow. And right below that in Classroom is an edit by all. So I have this slide deck and I pushed it out to my class so that they can all edit it. So I tell them just click on the link and import your slide to introduce yourself. So now Mr. Adorable is ready to contribute. And so here he is logged in. Cameron's logged in here. And you can see, oh my gosh, some of the other students have already added their slides. To get it in, he just clicks on File, Import Slide, and then it looks through your Google Drive for any slideshows you've created, and then you just select the slide, or if you need to bring in 3 or 4, you can. This is really great for body systems. You can get groups of kids to work on, like, oh, the respiratory and the skeletal, and they might have 6 or 7 slides working in a group, a small group on a slide deck, and then you can bring it all and do the body system slide deck for the class. So that's just another example. So here's Mr. Adorable, and I know none of my friends from yesterday will mind that if we share a little bit of theirs, but then you have a collaborative slide deck, and there you have it. And you can go through, and you could have if you're doing it for staff, like I said in the beginning, have them update it every year. And then, like, you're not working with people in the building every day, but you really get to know some of the people you work with. One time I got this really crazy email from one of the teachers I work with, and I was like, who is that person? So I went in the slide deck, and it actually helped me understand the whole email situation. So it's pretty cool. I think that's all I have to say, and that's my slam.
Okay.
How'd I do? I did
Very
pretty good, didn't I?
It's done. Wow, I dropped out there, if you didn't notice. So I just got back in just in time.
Oh, you dropped out, so I went over and I got away with it?
No, I just got back in time. I think you were just like 1 second.
Okay, all right, good.
Okay, so that's the end of the show. It's been a great show, and I've learned so much. Again, those who are watching from the stream or going to watch later, go to the event page. There's the voting form, and you have 48 hours to pick a winner. It's great to be live with all these talented slammers again.
Can I just say one more thing before you? Can I say one more thing before you go? I just want to say thank you to Lee again for broadcasting the hangout, the demo slams live from the Tampa Summit. We didn't really mention it, but I am in Tampa. I'm from New Hampshire, but I'm at the Carrollwood Day School in Tampa, and we're hosting a Google Summit. We had a Google Level 1 certification boot camp yesterday that sold out, and today, all-day summit, finishing up about 5 o'clock, and then we're going to go have a little party at a local restaurant. So I just want to thank you for letting us have this as a concurrent session as well, because when we hang up here, we're going to talk about how these whole things happen behind the scenes. Thanks again.
Yeah, that's correct. And also, a big thanks to Dan Taylor, who's AMPS events and the summits. If there's a summit near you or a boot camp near you, I'm sure if you go, you will learn so much. There are talented guys like these guys on the slam tonight. Okay, see you next month. Tune in.
Okay, thank you.
Bye, guys.
Bye, everyone.